कहाँ से हटाऊँ? पीपीटी खोला कि नहीं? ये खुल गया? क्या है? कुछ आवाज़ एक कड़क। ये चालू हो गया? ये कैसे चालू हो गया? और ये कैमरा भी हिल गया? Hello children, can you hear my voice? Good evening. The display will be available very soon, don't worry, okay? As usual, you know that technical glitch always is behind our life, don't worry. The screen will be back online. I would like to hear from you in the message whether you can hear my voice or not. If you can hear my voice, fantastic, fantastic. So don't worry, I'm here only. The screen will be up any moment now. Okay. Hello Harshad, hello Raynox. Okay, that's a good name. Hello Kulboy. Voice is clear. Thank you Chanchal. Thank you so much. We are just working on the screen. 1 minute, it should be on. It should be visible to you any moment now. Okay, by the time the screen comes up, let's work on the fraction to percentage conversion. Okay, if my voice is clear, what is 1 by 2 as a percentage? You can respond in the message box. If you know 1 by 2, it is 50%. How will you calculate 1 by 4? Okay, so those who are joining just now, we are working on the screen. It will come up any moment. So just be patient, be with me. I am already starting the fraction to percentage conversion. No problem, Neeraj. We all are new every time, every day. Very good. So 1 by 2 is 50%. How do I calculate 1 by 4? Divide by 2 again. So 1 by 4 will be 50 divided by 2, that is 25%. Am I right? Now the next challenge, how will I calculate 1 by 8? 1 by 8, how do I calculate 1 by 8? Divide 25 by 2, you will get 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 will be 25 by 2, that is 12.5%. Fantastic, very good. This is a new method of learning, nothing is visible, but I hope the voice is clear, okay? Don't worry, the screen will come up any moment. People are working on it. Okay, so 1 by 8 is 12.5%. Use your pen, paper. I know Neeraj, we are working on that. So 1 by 8 is 12.5%, very good. What about 1 by 16? So if you have 1 by 8, how will you calculate 1 by 16? Arvind, focus on my voice, okay? How do I get 1 by 16 if I have 1 by 8? How will I get 1 by 16 if I have 1 by 8? मजा आ रहा है ना? बिना स्क्रीन बिना दिखे आवाज से पढ़ रहे हैं, पॉडकास्ट चल रहा है. Okay, no problem. People are working on the screen, it will be up in any moment, okay? Yeah, so 1 by 16 will be half of 12.5. Fantastic. Chelsea, cool boy, very good. 6.25%. Right. Go ahead. 1 by 32. 1 by 32. How much will that be? 6.25 divide by 2. 6.25 divide by 2. So 3.12%. Now, do you see that these calculations will be, these calculations can be done mentally, and if you repeat it 3-4 times, you will memorize them. Kulboy, 3.12. Yes. So to memorize, take only 2 digits after decimal, right? Ria, you can take 3.12%. Hai ki nahi? Yes. So 1 by 32 is 3.12%. What about 1 by 64? What about 1 by 64? What about 1 by 64? Half of 3.12? 312, 156, so 1.56%. 312 half will be 1.56%. Alright, use pen paper, do not hesitate. Memory will improve only by using pen paper. Right, so we'll leave the family of 2 there. Now this is what I call family of 2. So these are the members of family of 2. I'll just repeat once, those who have come just now. 1 by 2 is 50%. So 1 by 4, 25%. 1 by 8, 12.5%. 1 by 16, 6.25%. Diya, yes, screen is blank. So we are running a podcast. People are working on the screen. Don't worry. Okay? Yeah. So 1 by 8, 12.5%. 1 by 16, 6.25%. 1 by 32, 3.12%. Let's move on to the family of 3. Let's move on to the family of 3. Now that is the most beautiful family that we have. 1 is 100%. So 1 by 3 will be 100 by 3 and that is 33.33%. Do you understand that? Use pen paper, write it on the paper. 1 by 3 is 33.33%. My question is, what will be 1 by 9? How will you calculate 1 by 9? How will you calculate 1 by 9? If you have 1 by 3 as 33.33%, how will you calculate 1 by 9? Divide by 3 again. Divide by 3 again. It is so difficult to divide 33.33 by 3. Is it? It is so difficult to divide 33.33 by 3. Okay. Smile and work with pen paper properly. Okay. How much did you get? 11.11. Okay, fantastic. Let's go back. 1 by 3 is 33.33. What will be 1 by 6? Or the main point is, what will you do to find 1 by 6? What will you do to find 1 by 6? If you know 1 by 3, how will you find 1 by 6? Divide by 2 again. So 1 by 3 is 33.33. Divide by 2, it will be 16.66. Look at the beauty of it. The digit before decimal and after decimal is exactly the same in all of these members of family of 3. Is it? Notice something. Feel good about it and keep it in your mind. 1 by 3 is 33.33%. 1 by 6 is 16.66%. I am repeating. Notice that the digit before decimal and after decimal is pretty clear that they are same. Also, all of these numbers have indefinite decimals. Also, all of these numbers have repeating or recurring decimals. Do you notice all that? Keep making note of all those things. This is how you improve on your fraction to percentage calculation. Right? Do you like that? If you like, show me your like. I can't see. Okay. So if I have 1 by 6 as 16.66, how do I calculate 1 by 12? My dear people are still working on the screen. Don't worry about that. I hope my voice is pretty clear, or more than clear, I think. So 1 by 6 is 16.66. How do I calculate 1 by 12? How do I calculate 1 by 24? How do I calculate 1 by 48? Go on dividing by 2. Go on dividing by 2. So देखो सिर्फ 2 और 3 के टेबल से ये सारा कमाल हो सकता है. Just with the help of table of 2 and 3, we can do all that. Do you realize that? It's just that instead of doing it in sequence, do it in groups. We have already done the groups of 2, the families of 2. Now we are doing family of 3. So I'll just repeat from the beginning. 1 by 3 is 33.33%. 1 by 6 is 16.66%. 1 by 12 is half of 16.66, that is 8.33%. Okay? 1 by 24 is 4.16%. Kya baat hai? Very good. Akanksha. Nobody can see. Maha, nobody can see. Don't worry. It's only the voice that is working right now. Screen will be up any moment. Life is full of challenges and beautiful things, isn't it? So 1 by 6, 16.66. 1 by 12, 8.33. 1 by 24, 4.16. 1 by 48, 2.08. What about 1 by 96? What about 1 by 96? Lunar Wolf, Vanshika, the screen is black because it is getting painted. Don't worry, it is going to be up in some time. Okay? There is some technical glitch. That's why we started and we are doing fractions to percentage mentally. The point is, are you willing to do that? if you're listening carefully, you'll be able to do that. Wow, fantastic. So 1/96 तक calculate कर लिया. कुछ एहसास हो रहा है? कुछ change of confidence, change of feeling? Can you share? Can anyone share? How do you feel about these percentages? How do you feel about these percentages? Have you done them like this before in your life? Suno kids, I am here only. I am here only, just the camera is playing tricks on us. So we'll get it up in some time. But I hope you guys are able to hear, able to note down. Okay? Maza aa raha hai? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. So we have done the family of 2, we have done the family of 3. Right? Okay. I think we are up. We are up. The camera is up. Now tell me if you can see. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be. Arey, nahi aaya. Okay. Don't worry. It's finally on, and now, yes. So I know some of you will be disappointed because of my bad face, but yeah, you can't help it. Right, so I hope you can see me now, right? Good afternoon everyone, good evening. My name is Raj Kumar Jha. Okay, this is my photo, a little old one. And today's session I'm going to take for LR and DI. What we did just now without being present on the screen was the glimpse of how we teach, what we do, what we discuss, the energy, the intent. I hope you can see the energy and the intent. That's the most important part, right? Okay, क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे करना है, all those. This is what we do at our institute, at our place. My name is Raj. I have been appearing for CAT. I appeared last was in 2018. I've appeared in CAT 16 times. I have scored 99.9 plus percentile 11 times, out of which 6 times has been 100 percentile in quant, and in DILR the highest percentile has been 99.96. Okay, so yeah, so I hope everyone can see me. If you can just message that you can see and you can read on the screen, that'll be good. That'll confirm that now we are connected well. Yes? Okay. So we'll just complete what we started. What do you say, guys? Let's complete that. What we were doing. Let's complete that first, then we proceed. Is that okay? What do you say? Is that okay if we complete that thing and then we go ahead? Yeah. So we were talking about the family of 2. We talked about the fraction to percentage. ज्ञान कैसे भी मिले, किसी भी तरीके से मिले, अच्छा ही होता है ना? And if it is definitely required, then what better than that? To Nishika, that's a good question. Whenever I scored 100 percentile, I remember every time I used to, I could not do all questions. In fact, never ever have I attempted all questions. Always I have fallen short of 1, 2. In once in 2005, in 2006 when I scored 100 percentile for the second time, I had done only 29 out of 34 questions in that year. Okay, yeah. So usually I go to the end and say I'm able to attempt 1 or 2 less. Okay, 1 or 2 less, and no shortcuts. This is one very basic fundamental thing that I follow. And that means the basic concepts are very, very clear. And I go with the thought that there will be 1 or 2 questions in the exam which will be challenger, which I will not be able to do that. So I'll accept it and I'll leave it so that I don't waste my time. 1-2 क्वेश्चन ऐसा होगा जो सबकी जान ले लेगा और पूरे साल उसको डिस्कशन होता रहेगा और वो किसी काम का नहीं होगा, है ना? You have to understand that out of, if there are 22 questions, out of this, if I remove 1 or 2 questions which are challenger, so instead of becoming or trying to become an expert of those challenger questions, please focus on the remaining 20 questions because they are going to give you 99 percentile, है ना? So आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कौन सा क्वेश्चन ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है करना. Okay? Sir, I have 3.5 months left. 99% if I start now. See, Kev, if you just keep asking that question, then no, it is not possible. What you need to do is 6 hours every day. Start doing that. Will it guarantee that you'll get 99 percentile? No, but it will give you a very good chance. It will give you a very good chance. A hair raising, जिससे रोए खड़े हो जाए, वैसा वाला चांस आपको वो देगा अगर आप अभी से वो काम करना चालू कर देते हो तो. ठीक है, विदाउट एनी एडजस्टमेंट. अगर आप मुझे जिंदगी का ज्ञान दोगे, ओके, कि अरे ये भी करना होता है, वो भी करना होता है, तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. ठीक है, इंटेंट इज समथिंग दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? यस चिल्ड्रन, अदर्स, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई जस्ट सेड? See, instead of asking whether it is possible or not, can we try to make it possible? Yes, do you agree? And try to make it possible little happily. थोड़ा खुश होके, थोड़ा जोश में आके करेंगे तो शायद हो भी जाए, है ना? अगर पूछते पूछते में 2-4 दिन और निकाल दिया, then the chances will keep reducing. Did you get my point, my children? Yeah? Did you get this point? This is very important. Intent and then intensity, that फिर वो किसी की शादी है, दोस्त बुला रहा है, अदर देन लाइफ एंड डेथ इमरजेंसी कोई और दूसरा काम नहीं करना है. अदर देन लाइफ एंड डेथ इमरजेंसी, रोंगटे खड़े होते हैं मेरे जब भी इस बात के बारे में सोचता हूं. क्या ये पॉसिबल है? क्वेश्चन ही गलत है. ओके, डू ह्यूमंस डू दैट? यस, इंसान होते हैं, लड़के लड़कियां, कॉमर्स, साइंस, इंजीनियर्स, नॉन इंजीनियर्स, वही लोग होते हैं जो 99-100 परसेंटाइल लेके आते हैं. वो काम बहुत करते हैं. दे जस्ट वर्क. Okay, so you also just work with happiness, right? When you work, your chances will increase. When you don't, it is definite that you won't. I hope that makes sense. इससे ज्यादा सिंपल तरीके से इस बात को नहीं बोला जा सकता, है ना? ठीक है, चलो let's do some work. Let's do some work. As I said, ये ज्ञानबाजी करने से अच्छा है कि थोड़ा हम काम कर लें, है कि नहीं? ज्ञान से अच्छा है that we do some work. So we were doing fraction to percentage. Let's do it in the next 15-20 minutes. Do it with pen and paper. Be as concentrated as possible. कोई फालतू का ज्ञान वाला क्वेश्चन अभी दिमाग में नहीं आने दो. When you're doing fraction to percentage conversion, just focus it. Focus on that. We are doing 1/3, that is 33.33%. Use pen and paper. We have already done 1/6, 1/12, 1/24, 1/48. My handwriting is not very good and that's why my voice is very clear and loud. Is it? Yes? No? So what do I do? Divide by 2. Divide by 2, 33.33, divide by 2, 6.66. Keep doing that. Do not just copy. When I say divide by 2, actually divide karo. ठीक है ना? 1/6, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, 2 8 16, 2 3 6. मन से, दिल से, जिस भी भाषा में आपने सीखा है, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, तमिल, जिस भी भाषा में पहाड़ा सीखा है उसे इस्तेमाल करो और उसको कैलकुलेट करो. ओके, 1/24, डिवाइड बाय 2 अगेन, 4 2s are 8, बचा 1, 3, 13, 6. प्लीज डू दैट. Unless you do that with your own hands, in your own copy and pen, you will not be able to use that. Okay? रानी, कैसा भी सिचुएशन हो, अभी काम करो, आज काम करो. ठीक है? We'll talk about the questions related to these things in the end. Is that okay? First, let me just fulfill my dream or my desire of sharing some content in 1 hour. Okay? Let's go ahead. So 2.16. How do I get 1/48? Divide by 2. 2 1s are 2 8s are 16. So 0. 4.16. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. So it is 4.16%. So this will become 2.08%. 1/96, divide by 2 again, 1.04%. Yes? Now, I have 1/3. How do I get 1/9? How do I get 1/9 from here? Can you calculate 1/9? So divide by 3. Divide by 3, 33.33 divided by 3 is 11.11%. From here, if I ask what is 1/11, can you do that? Yes? Yeah, that's good. In fact, let me ask, how do I get 1/99 from there? How do I get 1/99? Just do that. I'll wait for your comment. What will be 1/99? What will be 1 by 99? What will you do? You have 1 by 9, 11.11%. How do you get 1 by 99? How do you get 1 by 99? Yes, very good, Ria. That's nice. That is 1 by 11. Yes, you're correct. अब देखो, Gautam has asked one question. What if CAT 2024 gets leaked just like NEET? See, this is exactly what I call intent. We are talking about doing something good with happiness. We are doing a little small part of the work, and उस समय ऐसा कोई विचार आ रहा है. How does it concern us? How does it concern us? Seriously, when we are preparing, इस तरह की बातें ना दिमाग में भी नहीं आनी चाहिए. ये बात बहुत क्लियर है. So if you are really serious about your preparation, इस तरह की कोई भी फालतू की बात दिमाग में नहीं आनी चाहिए. Because this is not your area. If anything happens, authorities will do that and you will have to just follow it. You will not be able to do any revolutionary, कोई क्रांतिकारी वाला काम कर नहीं पाओगे. So बेकार की बातें बिल्कुल मत सोचो. कम से कम पढ़ते वक्त बिल्कुल मत सोचो. ठीक है? I hope I have answered that in the simplest possible manner so that दोबारा वो चीज दिमाग में ना आए और टाइम वेस्ट ना हो. Okay, 1 by 99. So क्या करेंगे? Divide by 11. If you divide by 11, most of you have done it wrong till now. Yes, now people are doing it correctly. 1.01 beta, check karo. 1.01%. It is not 1 by 1.11. 11 से divide करेंगे ना. So 11 ones are. Then this is 2 digits. So I need 2 digits, so 0 and normal division. 1.01%. Fantastic. If I have 1 by 99, how do I get 1 by 11? First you tell me how. First you tell me how. What should I do? What should I do? Yes, what should I do? Gautam Kapoor, I want the answer from you. ऐसा तो इसमें क्या करें कि I get 1 by 11? What should I do with 1 by 99? Yes, Nishika, we had 11.11, we had 1 by 9, divide by 11. When you divide by 11, you would get, yes, you would get 1.01. Now, my question is, how do I get from 1 by 99, how do I get 1 by 11? Multiply by 9. क्या बात है? Multiply by 9. So multiply by 9, 1.01. When you multiply by 9, it is 9.09%. Okay? Into 9. So it is 9.09%. Now these are some very beautiful things. There are some specific pairs that you can memorize together. Special pair. 1 by 9 is 11.11%. and 1 by 11 is 9.09%. मन में 3 बार 4 बार बोलो इसको. Speak both the values in your mind simultaneously, one after the other, at least 3-4 times. Slowly. Another special pair, 1 by 6 is 16.66%. 1 by 16 was 6.25%. Try to identify, is there something good? Is there something special that you can keep in your mind together? Some of the pairs like this, 1 by 5 is 20% and 1 by 20 is 5%. These are obvious pairs. These are obvious pairs. 1 by 4, 25%, 1 by 25, 4%. Okay? But these are more special. One more very special pair, 1 by 8 is 12.5%. 1 by 12 is 8.33%. The problem what happens is that when you try to memorize all these percentages, what happens? They get mixed up. They get mixed up a lot, right? So there has to be some way, there has to be some special thing related to them or attached with them which helps us to keep things in our minds. Make sense or not? Can I see some comments on the content that we have shared till now? Writing is really bad, but that writing is also an outcome of the excitement and the energy that I have. Okay, do we understand these things till now? I know there is a lag, so no problem. The moment you hear this message, can we see some reply? How do you feel now? So we have gone up to 1 by 96, we have created some special pairs. And the agenda is that we should remember from 1 by 1 to 1 by 30 all fraction to percentage conversions. We should try and memorize all fraction to percentage conversions from 1 by 1 to 1 by 30. Okay? Alright, so we have this family of 3, family of 2 almost completed. In fact, we have not restricted up to 30, we have gone up to 48, 96 and so many other things. Right? So I'm going to remove this and I'll take one more family, that is 1 by 7. Look at that. 1 by 7. Family of 7. I'll again take the color yellow. So now this is the famous one. 1 by 7 is 14.2857%. We will use 1 by 7 equal to 14.28% for our purpose of calculations. But we will keep this in mind. So this is a cycle. 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. You memorize this in the cyclic order, in the clockwise order. Okay. What is the benefit of memorizing? Let's try to understand. What about 2 by 7? What about 3 by 7? So do you understand that 1 by 7 is actually 14 point something? If it is 14 point something, then 2 by 7 will be this multiplied by 2. So 14 ka double will be 28 point something else. What will be something else that you don't have to calculate? From here you can see. So 1 by 7 starts from 1 and this cycle. 2 by 7 will start from 2 and this cycle. So 28.57%. Do we understand? Can you tell me 3 by 7? Can you tell me 3 by 7? 4 by 7? 5 by 7? Arey nahi, Ria is right. Somebody said 7.14. Acha, delete kar diya. Very good. Acha kiya. Theek hai. I saw it, but no problem. Just understand, now we are multiplying. From here to here, multiply. From here to here, multiply by 3. But don't multiply the whole thing. 14 3s is 42. 42 मतलब 4 से शुरू करेंगे और यही cycle लेंगे. 42 means we start from 4 and take the same cycle. And be logical. Okay, be logical as in 42 point something. So 42.85%. So you don't have to calculate. Remember these digits: 142857, 142857, 142857, and so on. So if I am able to find the first digit, I'll be able to write the number. What will be 4 by 7? What will be 4 by 7? 5 by 7. Yes, wah, kya baat hai. So 14 4s are 56. So start from 5 and then go in this order. Cyclic order clockwise. So 57.14%. 5 by 7. 5 by 7 will be 14 5s are 70. So 7 से start करेंगे और फिर आगे जाएंगे. I'll just clean this up a little bit. Yes, children, are you guys with me? Do you find it useful? Whatever we are sharing, do you find it useful? Can I see some comments about the utility of whatever we are talking? Kulboy, you have to remember this. 142857. That is 1 by 7 is 14.2857, and others, the same digits will keep repeating in this order, in this manner. You just need to identify the first digit and then you can get every other thing, right? So 5 by 7, start from 7, then this order. So 7 1 4 2. Where should the decimal come? Decimal will come here. If I want to find the next digit, it will be obviously 8 5, right? 7 1 4 2 and so on. You have to understand this is a recurring part. In all of them it is recurring part. In all of them it is recurring part. But we will always take only 2 digits after decimal. Okay. So here when we have this 1 4, so 71.42%. 6 by 7. 14 6 are 84. So start with 8. So Gautam, now what you are doing is you are wasting your time. So I will not participate in that discussion because that discussion is totally useless as far as I am concerned. I will focus on doing maths. Okay, I'll focus on doing mock test. I will not bother about these things which are out of control, which are not in our hand at all. Okay, there would be people who would spend time on that. I am not one of them. I am a small person. I'll worry about mathematics and questions. That's it. Okay? That's how you score 100 percentile as far as I am concerned. So 85.71%. Right. Okay. Fine. So we have done the family of 7. And from there you can calculate. If I have 1 by 7, can you calculate 1 by 14, 1 by 28? Just 2 of them. 1 by 7 is this. So 1 by 14 and 1 by 28. How do you calculate that? Just do that. How do you calculate that? Yes, how do you calculate 1 by 14 and 1 by 28? Fantastic, children, go ahead, fast, fast, yes. So from 1 by 7 to 1 by 14, divide by 2. Divide by 2, 14 divide by 2, 7. 28 divide by 2, 1, 4. So 7.14%. Still the same cycle is being followed, isn't? 7.14. Decimal change होगा, ये एक logical बात है. Decimal position will change, that is a very logical thing. Fantastic. 1 by 28 will be half of this, 3.57%. So 3 is not a part of the cycle, but the moment I have 5, then the same cycle is repeated. The moment I have 5, same cycle is repeated. Right, so this is how so beautifully it can be done. So one of the most important tool to solve a lot of questions of mathematics and a few questions of DILR is fraction to percentage conversion. Now let's take some specific situations and examples. I'm going to remove this and I'll give you this one. What about 1 by 35? What about 1 by 15? What about 1 by 45? You already have done the basis required for this. Can you calculate these things? Can you calculate these things? 1 by 35, 1 by 15, 1 by 45. What is the special thing that you see? There is a multiple of 5. Now whenever you have a multiple of 5 in numerator or in denominator anywhere, what you should do is multiply by 2 in numerator, denominator both. Whenever you have a multiple of 5, multiply by 2 in both numerator and denominator. So this will become 2 by 70. Now we already have 1 by 7 is 14.28%. We already have 2 by 7 as 28.57%. Now you tell me, if you have 2 by 7, can you calculate 2 by 70? Will it be a lot of effort? Think about that. So 2 by 7 is 28.57. So 2 by 70 will be 2.85%. 2 by 7 is 28.57. So 2 by 70 will be 2.85%. Whenever there is a multiple of 5, either in numerator or in denominator, you can still follow the same process. 1 by 15 multiply by 2 will be 2 by 30. What will that be? So we have 1 by 3. Remember, 1 by 3 is 33.33%. How do I get 2 by 3? 2 by 3 will be this multiplied by 2. So 66.66%. Now if I have 2 by 3, how difficult will it be to calculate 2 by 30? And that is 6.66% or 6.67%. वो सबसे sentimental नहीं होना है, right? Whether it is 6.66, 6.67, both of them are 1 by 15. Don't worry about that. Okay, in fact, these structures are the hints to solve the question. कि आप इसको मत इस्तेमाल करो, fraction ले लो, वो calculation में ज़्यादा आसान होगा. That will be more helpful in calculations. Are you guys with me? Yes or no? 1 by 45. How do I calculate 1 by 45? Multiply by 2, you'll get 2 by 90. Okay, so 2 by 90. We have 1 by 9, that is 11.11%. So 2 by 9 would be very difficult to calculate as far as, table of 2 is concerned. So 2 by 9 is 22.22. So 2 by 90 will be 2.22%. Yes? No? How do you feel about this now? Priyanshu, 2.99 beta, check karo. 2.99%. Sorry, 2.22%. Yes, 2.22%. हाँ ठीक है, you are right. I'm so sorry, you are right. Akanksha, you are right. Everybody is right. Very good. Very good. Yes. सही है? So whenever there is a multiple of 5 in numerator and denominator, you can follow that. I'll give you more examples. What if it is 5 by 6 or 5 by 8? 5 by 6, 5 by 8. Can you do that? 5 by 6, 5 by 8. Can you do that? What will be in percentage? 5 by 6, 5 by 8. Here I'm assuming that till now whatever percentages we have done for 1 by something that you remember. Now if you don't remember, you can check. अभी आपके notebook में लिखा होगा ना, उधर से check करो, उसको इस्तेमाल करो. And that is why I keep saying whenever you are studying, please use pen and paper. फालतू की बकवास में नहीं आने का. There are a lot of people who advertise that do maths without pen. If you do maths without pen, you will never get more than 40 percentile. Okay, in the CAT exam, let me elaborate on that, otherwise people will troll me. There are 22 questions. Out of this 22 questions, there are 4 or 5 questions very beautiful questions which are very easy, direct questions, and they can be done without pen. So those who are prepared with honesty and those who have worked on basic concepts, they can do these questions very easily. But the problem is, nobody is going to announce to you during the exam that which 4 questions are easy. Are you getting my point? Can you put a comment that you understand this? आपको पता नहीं होगा पहले से, रात को सपना नहीं आएगा that question number 9, 13, 24 या 22, these are the easy question, ऐसा नहीं होगा. What will you do? You will go through each and every question and then you will select, and whichever is favorable to you, you will be able to do that. Please understand this fact very well. दोबारा बोलता हूं, ध्यान से सुनो. Out of 22 questions, there are at least 4 or 5 questions which are very easy. Anybody can do. Anybody who has done very basic concepts will be able to do them, right? But the issue is you don't know which question is going to be the easier ones, right? तो उसको करने के लिए, उस तक पहुंचने के लिए, you will have to go through 22 questions. More importantly, out of these 22, you will have to skip those 3 or 4 questions which become your ego trouble. Are you getting this point? लोग उसमें उलझ जाते हैं, उसके साथ मारामारी करने लगते हैं. क्वेश्चन नहीं हो रहा, छोड़िए, आगे बढ़िए, बिकॉज ये बहुत क्लियर है. देयर आर गोइंग टू बी 4 or 5 इजी क्वेश्चंस. द प्रॉब्लम इज यू नीड टू रीड देम, यू नीड टू गेट टू देम. वहां तक पहुंचने की जरूरत है. ठीक है? यस अरविंद इज वेरी राइट. यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस एवरीथिंग. And decision making has to be very clear that the moment I come across such questions, I will not waste my 8 minutes or 10 minutes on one single question. इसको छोड़ेंगे तो ये शायद कर पाएंगे. ठीक है? So just trust on the process, trust on your pen paper abilities and the things that you do. जितना आप प्रिपरेशन में पेन पेपर इस्तेमाल करेंगे, उतना एग्जाम में उसकी आवश्यकता कम पड़ेगी. The more you practice with pen and paper during your preparation, lesser will be the requirement of pen paper in the exam. You know, tables, these fractions, याद होगा तो बिना पेन के करोगे ना, जब याद नहीं होगा तो कैसे करोगे? Yes, no, anything? Yeah, do you guys understand what I'm just saying? Is my energy, is my intent flowing to you guys? Is my happiness about the process reaching you? That's the most important part. Whether we get success or not, that is the second part. उसके बारे में हम आधी तैयारी के बाद बात करेंगे. But right now, the intent to understand, the happiness, even if I understand 0.1%, something new, does that give you that excitement of a child? That's the most important part. Yes, no? What do you say? Okay, वो lag के बाद पता चलेगा. Yes, very good. 5 by 6 multiply by 2, you get 10 by 12. Remember, 1 by 12 is 8.33. So here, 1 by 12 is something, 8.33. So 10 by 12 will be 83.33%. Right? 5 by 8 multiply by 2, you get 10 by 16. Remember, 1 by 16, that is 6.25%. So 10 by 16 is 62.5%, and so on. So there are so many things that you can explore. Harshad, put your energy, full energy. Yes? Tension क्या है? थोड़ा सा रात को कम सोएंगे, है ना? Okay, all right. Let's go ahead. I'll give you a couple of different examples just to understand. If I have 5 by 8, there is another way to do it. Or if I have 11 by 18, or if I have, let's say, 9 by 35. Right, so these are some beautiful situations. How do I calculate them? So one thing is that we remember 1 by 1 to 1 by 30, okay, in percentage conversions. And then there is something like this, जहां पे हमको कुछ और भी methods आने चाहिए. 5 वाला तो हमने सीख लिया. Now let's take another thing, another very beautiful tool. One important part here is do not touch denominator. Do not touch denominator. Do not touch denominator. Yes? Can I see some comments from Gautam, Arvind, Ria? How are you feeling now? How is your confidence? How is your, willingness to grasp? Yes, Gautam, I would wait for your comment, bache. Bolo. Yeah. So 5 by 8, how do I break it? So do not touch the denominator. Now break numerator. Break numerator as a sum. Break numerator as a sum. Break numerator as a sum. Very high. Okay, okay. What about others? Numerator break करो. कैसे करोगे? With respect to 8. Look for factors of 8. Look for factors of 8. So can I break 5 as 4 plus 1 divide by 8? Now this 4 plus 1 by 8 can be taken as 4 by 8 plus 1 by 8. Now 4 by 8 is 1 by 2, that is 50%. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. So 62.5%. Do we understand this? I took 5 by 8 purposefully because हमने इसको already calculate कर रखा है. Now another method of breaking it, that is what I wanted you to focus on. Yes, very good, very good. Fantastic, fantastic. 11 by 18. क्या बोला हमने? Break the numerator. Break the numerator. Yes, break the numerator and make sure that you have, or you consider the factors of denominator. So 11, how do I break? 10 plus 1, will that help? Think about that. Or let me put it like this. Think about the situation, which one will help? If I am memorizing this, which one of them will help? Yeah, I think do hi kafi hai. Which one of them will help us? Which one? Yes. I think it is more like logical than calculation based. This is more helpful because I can use this also, but can use and more beneficial is something that you have to always keep thinking about. So 9 by 18 is 1 by 2, 2 by 18 is 1 by 9, 1 by 2 is 50%, 1 by 9 is 11.11%. So 61.11% without any approximation, exact calculation, without any mental harassment, whatever, जो भी आपको चाहिए वो लगा लो, है ना? Right? Then comes a beautiful example, 9 by 35. Think about that. 9 by 35. 9 by 35. अच्छा ये तो self-explanatory भी है. 35 is a multiple of 7 and 5. More dangerous prime number is 7. So can we keep 7 in our mind while breaking 9? So 7 plus 2. You will always have a way out. दिमाग में ये मत आने देना कि अच्छा 9 है इसलिए ना या 11 है इसलिए ना. नहीं. You will always have a way out if you just put basic fundamental in your mind that do not touch denominator, break numerator as a sum and consider factors of denominator. ये नोट अपने नोटबुक में लिख लो. Consider factors of denominator. Consider factors of denominator. You will always have a direct way out. Think about that. Do you accept it? आपकी आत्मा तक ये बात पहुंच रही है? Do you guys understand this? Do you guys internalize it? Yes? So 7 plus 2. So how do I break it? 7 by 35 plus 2 by 35. 7 by 35 is 1 by 5 plus 2 by 35. What should I do? 4 by 70. Remember? जब मुझे और कुछ नहीं समझ आया तो मैंने 5 के मल्टीपल वाला रूल लगा दिया. So every time you will have a way out, that confidence has to be there. And that confidence will come with experience. Experience that you are doing, you are having, you are getting just now, or the experience that you have got in the last 25-30 minutes. Do you understand that? Are we on the same page? Are we with the same energy? Yes? So this is 1 by 5, that is 20%. 4 by 70, remember 4 by 7? That was 57.14%. So 4 by 70 will be 5.71%. We will keep this 2 digits always. We will always try to keep it 2 digits after decimal. उससे ज़्यादा की आपको ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You will never be required to more than 2 digits. इतना clear रखो दिमाग में. So focus on 25.71%. How exact, without approximation, without any mental tension. But yeah, it will require, a session बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. But if you do not repeat it, the key word is repeat. Repeat whatever you are doing right now. Repeat at least 4 times in the next 4 days. If you do that, then fantastic. Then your speed will be way higher and your comfort will be way higher. Gautam, I am really happy to see your comment because I wanted to check your willingness, बच्चे, and seriousness. So if you are replying, that means you are learning. I hope you are learning also. So let's just keep our focus on learning. हाँ, कुछ और सोचने की आवश्यकता नहीं है यार. बारिश होगी, पहाड़ गिर जाएगा, भूकंप आ जाएगा. No, so let's not. No, it is not running away from the truth. That is again what happens. हमारे दिमाग में कोई आइडिया आता है, फिर हम उसको जस्टिफाई करने में लगे रहते हैं. This is called screw driving. There is a psychological term, screwdriver. So what you are doing right now is you are using a screwdriver. Screw has multiple meanings. Everybody knows that. So you are using screwdriver. Don't use that, because anyways, if you are using it to justify your thought, justify your point every time, we are not having a group discussion, है ना? हम तो ये बोल रहे हैं कि what is the best way to utilize our time? So the best way is learn one more concept, learn one more question. That's it. So ये जो बड़ी बड़ी बातें होती हैं उससे हम बिल्कुल दूर रहेंगे. वो बिल्कुल फालतू की बातें होती हैं. Totally, completely useless. Okay? Just focus on learning one concept, getting one more information, getting one more knowledge. That is the only thing that is going to stay with you. बाकी सब फालतू का बकवास है, उसमें नहीं जाना. Okay? All right, चलो. So we'll do some more work, some more numerical work and technical work. This is, I just introduced what kind of DI questions we are going to have. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा ज्ञान. Then उसके बाद again we'll get back to exact situation wherein we will have different types of graphs. Okay? Yes, very good. We don't have any other option. हम learners हैं. हमारे पास सीखने के अलावा कोई और तरीका नहीं. Okay? So based on calculation, one type of calculation we have just got a glimpse of that. Based on reasoning, you know, reasoning का एक छोटा सा example देता हूँ. There are 5 people and their heights are to be compared. One person is 5 feet 6 inches. The other person is 3 inches more than that. The shortest person is 6 inches lesser than the second shortest person. So this kind of information given, right? So where reasoning is also there and numerical comparison is also there. Numerical comparison is also there. ठीक है? Based on the calculation and reasoning both, right? Both the things involved. Arithmetic concepts. Now, arithmetic concept में DI के अंदर सबसे ज्यादा यूज क्या होगा? Percentages, profit loss, ratios. These things are going to be maximum utilized in almost every type of situations. Then there are questions directly based on the concepts of time, speed, distance, time and work, okay, and mixtures. Mixtures, alligation. So you will have complete set, sometimes one complete set based on time, speed, distance, one complete set based on mixtures, alligation. Ratio is a tool, percentage is a tool, profit loss is so maybe one complete set on profit and loss. Percentage ratio तो अच्छे से करना ही है, उनका इस्तेमाल तो डायरेक्टली हो ही सकता है, and these are the areas जहाँ पे they can be one full complete sets, right? Then format of problems. How do I read a data? So for that, I mean, this is just information. For that, we'll take a set and we'll try to understand what are we saying by directions, head notes, footnotes, and so on. Let's go ahead. Okay, I'm going ahead to the next slide. Suppose we have this. This is a table. This is called tabular data. I'll also try to give you glimpse of different types of data. So tabular data. Tabular means there is a table given, there is some information given. How do I read any DI set? The first thing is direction for the question. ये words आपने दिमाग में रखना है. Direction for question, right? Second thing that you have to look for is a head note. Now head note word इस्तेमाल नहीं किया होगा. In the question, head note word might not have been used. But what is the meaning of head note? There is some description of things. There is some story, right? There is some incidents mentioned, event mentioned, okay? There is some relationship described, okay? There is something about, you know, profit and loss, company, cost, profit, इस तरह का information, all that is given. So that is what I mean by saying head note. So head note word शायद ना लिखा हो, but this is what you have to look for. Then the third thing is, after head note, directly go to the footnote. Directly go to the footnote. So for example, here I don't see any head note, okay, but I see a footnote. Do you see that? Do you see that? I don't see a head note here. कुछ mention नहीं है, but I see a footnote. Okay, so there is a footnote which describes certain information. So जैसे head note था वैसे ही नीचे कुछ डिस्क्रिप्शन होगा, सेम एज हेड नोट, इज जस्ट दैट सेम एज हेड नोट, बट इट इज जस्ट दैट इट इज गिवन एट द बॉटम. सो आप ग्राफ के ऊपर देखेंगे, ग्राफ के नीचे देखेंगे, टेबल के ऊपर देखेंगे, टेबल के नीचे देखेंगे. ठीक है. देन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, if it is tabular data, then you will read the heading of the column, heading, or I should rather be very clear, first row and first column. बहुत ध्यान से देखेंगे. And you know what, there is another very, wait a second, yeah, there is another very important and interesting thing, that till now do not enter the table. I repeat clearly, read the direction of the question, read the head note, read the footnote, do not enter the table. Okay, उसके अंदर घुसने की अभी जरूरत नहीं है. उसके बाद, इसके बाद जब आप टेबल में जाएंगे वहां पे भी पहले यू हैव टू रीड द फर्स्ट रो. इफ इट इज अ टेबुलर डेटा, फर्स्ट रो, फर्स्ट कॉलम वेरी केयरफुली. आफ्टर दैट यू एंटर द टेबल. आर यू गाइज विद मी? After all this, then you look at 120, 170, 25 and so on and so forth. See, this sequence has to be really clear in mind. It takes 10 seconds to go through all that. It takes 10 seconds to go through all that in the question, but the sequencing has to be very clear. Okay? वो सारी चीजें देख के then I go to this. So what I know before entering the table, profit of a company is revenue minus cost. Okay, so normal thing, nothing extra. Negative value of profit indicates a loss. Very beautiful. So this is something we already know. Profit percent of a company is profit by cost into 100, right? So this is a reassurance. Do you understand that? कि जो हमको पता है वही इस्तेमाल करना है. Okay? Then I come to this point and that says company. So company name A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So there are, the moment I see this, do you know what is the first thing that I do? I count how many companies are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 companies. Please understand the question is going to be there in front of you on the screen. There is a lot of paperwork that you need to do and keep doing that. Make it a habit that you do it really fast. कि important चीजों का जो जितना short में हो सके, short एकदम short notations, not notes, notations बनाते जाओगे आप फटाफट, like 10 companies. Okay, fine. These are the things. Now, these are the cost values. These are the profit percentages. Okay, so यहाँ से then the next thing that comes is anticipation. What are the questions that you can anticipate when I look at these things? Do you realize that? For example, we are talking about the cost value, profit percentage. So can I find the profit value from here? If I can find the profit value, you don't have to find. I'm just saying that keep this thing in mind. ये लिखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. But I'm trying to explain that ये चीजें आपके दिमाग में आनी ही चाहिए when you look at this particular thing. Profit value. Can I find sales value? Right? And so on and so forth. For example, I'm asking you, tell me for H, what is the sales value? For H, what is the sales value? Tell me the sales value of H. Tell me the sales value of G. I want you to calculate sales value of H and sales value of G. Okay? Sales value of H and sales value of G. I'm going to remove everything on the screen so that we have space. What is the sales value of G and sales value of H? Let's try to do that. So sales value of G, how do I calculate that? Cost price is 250. On that minus 24%. So there is a loss. So cost price is 250 or the cost value is 250. Now 24 is a loss. So how do I calculate it? Loss value will be equal to 250 ka 24%. है कि नहीं? It is 24%. How do I know it is 24%? Because I would have read everything that I have already discussed. I have read profit percentage. Negative means loss. Everything is mentioned there, right? So 24%. So 24% of 250. Treat it like a child. It will always be perfect. DI में, LR में, इन सब चीजों में there is one very important thing that we read really slowly and properly. There is no choice for it. Half of the mistakes that happen, they happen just because we don't read it properly. Nothing else. लोग बोलते हैं ना silly mistakes. Understand that mistake is never a silly thing. We are silly. Okay? And why are we silly? Because we know that we have to read properly and we still don't read properly. This is so interesting, paradoxical thing. हमको पता होता है कि हमको आराम से पढ़ना है. हम ही को पढ़ना है, कोई और हमारे लिए नहीं पढ़ेगा. Okay? So we have to study, but we end up ignoring. So be careful. Loss of 24% of 250. So 24% of 250, just calculate it. It's 25% of 240, that is 60. So this is loss. So sell price, that would be equal to 250 minus 60, and that is 90. Have I done the correct calculation? Please tell me. 60, 24% of 25. Yes. Similarly for H, cost is 210 and 14.29. So there is a profit. What is the profit value? It is 14.29% of 210. Do you understand that the moment I see this, I'll take it as 1 by 7? Yes or no? Remember, I had said that statement earlier. That fraction or percentage में ज़्यादा useful calculation के लिए क्या रहेगा? What will be more useful for calculation? Always for fractions. Always fraction. Priyanshu, fraction में convert करके करो, because you have to understand the intent of the examiner. जिसने question बनाया है वो ये चाहता है कि आपको ये पता हो that 14.29% is 1 by 7. I repeat that statement, listen very carefully. The person who has created the question, he wants or she wants you to use 1 by 7 for that. That is why 14.29 is given. Why is it given 14.29? हमने तो 14.28 इस्तेमाल किया था. Yeah, so that's what I said. It is 2857. So you should be aware that it is more. So you should know that whether it is 14.28 or 14.29, both the cases you will use 1 by 7 only without any fear. Are we clear? Yes, Priyanshu and everybody else. I think, yeah, most of the people have used 1 by 7. Okay. And please understand that this is not approximation. It is exact calculation. It is the exact calculation. So 1 by 7, that is 30. Now, cost is 210, profit 30. So sales will be equal to 240. Yes. So this is just one type of data, that is table. All right. So I'll give you a glimpse of more different types. I'll go ahead. Can we go ahead? Yes. How are you guys feeling now? See, it's been already 56 minutes, out of which the first 15 minutes was without the availability of the screen. This also shows your intent. I mean, all those people who are there since beginning, right? So you can smile on this. You can pat your back and say that, okay, you have that patience, you have that persistence. You know, पढ़ाई है, पढ़ाई scrolling करके नहीं हो सकती. The way we scroll on shorts on YouTube and Instagram, it is not possible in that manner. Okay, it takes effort, right? So if we want to learn something, we have to sit down, right? We have to close or shut down the phone, keep it aside, or if not shut, at least keep it aside and work for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever is available. Then only you will be able to learn, and then only you will be able to use it. All right. Now just take a look at this for 1 minute. I'm here only. Just take a look at for 1 minute, and then we'll discuss what kind of data is it. What kind of data is it? You know, these are the values: 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. These are the values, and so on and so forth. So this is called bar graph. Right? Because there are bars. This is a bar, right? This is a bar. This is a bar. This is a bar, and so on. So just look at that. Take a look at that. Use your anticipation. Make your notes. There are not many things to note. There are not many things to note in this. There is no description. There is no head note. Yes, there is a footnote. There is a footnote in this question. You know, जरूरी नहीं कि हर question में हर component हो. Every question, everything may not be there, okay? But we have to be very clear and stuck to our process. You change the process, you fall, as simple as that, okay? Now this is bar graph. Now bar graph involves axis. Line graph involves axis. You see, this is x-axis. दिख रहा है आपको x-axis यहाँ पे? Can you see x-axis? Can I see some response? Can you see y-axis here? Now, usually what happens? Usually x-axis has description. X-axis has information or description. Okay? Description, right? Or, you know, just some items or entities are mentioned. Entities are mentioned. Okay, on x-axis usually entities are mentioned. Years, names, इस तरह की चीजें एक्स एक्सिस में होती है, हमेशा नहीं बट ज्यादातर इस तरह से मेंशन होगा. On y-axis, mostly on y-axis we will have values. On y-axis mostly we will have values. On x-axis नाम होंगे, साल हो सकता है, कॉलेज हो सकता है, कंपनी हो सकता है, ठीक है, डिपार्टमेंट हो सकता है. लेकिन दिस क्वेश्चन इट इज डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ different departments of engineering, ECE, electronics and communication engineering, computer science, IT, mechanical, electrical, and so on. Okay. On y-axis mostly we have values, right? Now how do I read the table? This is 63. I hope you can see that 63. So this is the number of people, maybe I don't know, nothing is mentioned. Okay, but here it is mentioned past, failed, re-evaluated. Past, failed, re-evaluated. Okay, अच्छा एक बात बताओ, who will go for re-evaluation? I don't know the description, but I am assuming that one possibility is only those who have failed would apply for re-evaluation. This is one situation, depending upon the instructions given. I repeat, one situation that can happen here is that out of the failed people, there are some people who have gone for re-evaluation. Yes, that is quite possible. या ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि that is clearly some people have failed and clearly some people have re-evaluated. So one possibility here that we can see is 63 is definite. For example, we are talking about ECE branch. 63 is definite past. 27 have failed. These 12 people may or may not be a part of this 27. बात समझ आ रही है? I don't know the description because it is not given. But just by looking at the data, one thing that I need to clarify, जिसके लिए मैं क्वेश्चन आगे पढ़ूंगा और ढूंढूंगा कि कहां पे कौन सी चीज दे रही है, ठीक है, कि 12 may or may not be a part of this 27. Do you understand? Please respond in the message so that we make it clear. Okay. Similarly, other informations, other things we have. So what all we look for, first thing that we need a clarity is whether this 12 is a part of this 27 or not. All right. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So this is one type, that is bar graph, right? Most of the cases the values are given. Most of the cases the values are given. If they are not given, you will have to draw the line and check. For example, if I just remove this and assuming that this thing is not given, how do I identify? So what you have to do is you have to check this height, where does it match on the axis. Check this height, where does it match on this axis, match on this axis. Now it is very easy to do it with pen and paper. आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी अपनी आंखों से स्क्रीन पे कैसे उसको आइडेंटिफाई करें. And that is why it is important to go through more and more such examples, right? But as I said, mostly the values will be given in such situations. Okay, let's go ahead to the next type. Look at this. This is called line graph. Line graph. Just try to identify the components that we had talked about earlier. Try to identify the components that we had identified earlier. Always focus on working, right? I think I have said that. I'll repeat that again. By scrolling on YouTube Shorts, by scrolling on, how to find or the strategy to do well in LRDI is not going to help you. And so instead of keep searching, you find a session, then work on it. That is more important. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, let's try to understand this. This is called line graph. What are the things that are already there? So in this case, you have a head note. Do you see a head note? Head note is there. The following line graph shows a percentage increase in the, so very important part, percentage increase in the price of 4 products, A, B, C, D of XYZ company for the given years, right? The price for a product changes only at the start of the year and remains constant throughout the year. Okay, right. So for example, if I look at this value, 2014, this is the situation of 2014, and gray color is which company, which product? C company, C product. And what is the percentage increase? We don't know. What is the price? It is 10. Can you see that? 10 is the price of this product here in 2014. Is it? No, we don't know the price. It is only the percentage increase. So in 2014, the percentage increase is 10%. Okay? So what do we understand from here? Let's say for product C. Product C. I'm just giving one example for product C. If 2013 price is X, then 2014 price will be X plus 10% of X. Is that clear? Which is 1.1X. Right? This is what you need to understand. Okay? Y-axis is not visible. Y-axis is not visible. Okay. What should I do? I can't change it. Okay. Is it visible now? It is not visible. Okay. Okay. Just a second. Just a second. Is it visible now? Check that. Yeah, I think it should be visible now. No? Oh. Okay. It is still not visible. Okay. Just a second. Just 1 second. I think it should be visible now. Yeah. It should be visible now. Yes, children? Yeah, now it should be visible. Hana? Yes, yes. Okay, I'll take another example. I'll take one more example. Dhyan se dekhna. I'm using blue color now so that I use the blue one. Look at this. I'm going to remove all this. Yeah. If I say 2015 and the blue color is product A. Look at product A in 2015. There is a percentage change of 20%. Yes? Arvind, in 2015, see, understand the statement. The statement is product A price has increased by 20% in 2015. Do you understand that? Now 20% increase हुआ है कहां से? पिछले साल से. Okay? So if I assume in 2014 price of A as Y, then in 2015 price of A will be what? Y plus 20% of Y. This is what it means. 20% of Y. Is it clear now? जो भी value of percentage increment दिया है, that is on the basis of previous year. Yes? Correct. So Y plus 20% of Y, that is Y plus Y by 5, which is 6Y by 5. Simplify that. 20% means 1 by 5. 6 by 5Y. Right. So these are just different examples, different types of examples, and on the basis of that there will be many questions. Now, if I ask you one question, for how many products the price has decreased? Chalo, ye batao. For how many products the price has decreased? I'll write the question. For how many products the price has decreased? On the basis of this data, I want you to answer for how many products the price has decreased at least once. ऐसा कितने प्रोडक्ट हैं जिनका प्राइस कम से कम एक बार डिक्रीज हुआ है इस पीरियड में? फॉर हाउ मेनी प्रोडक्ट्स द प्राइस हैज डिक्रीज्ड एटलीस्ट वंस ड्यूरिंग दिस एंटायर पीरियड? फॉर हाउ मेनी प्रोडक्ट्स द प्राइस हैज डिक्रीज्ड एटलीस्ट वंस ड्यूरिंग दिस एंटायर पीरियड? How many products? Yes, Ria is right. I am waiting for the response. This is such a beautiful situation. For how many products the price has Okay, so Priyanshu says 2 product, Kulboy says none. Okay, very good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So answer is none. None. एक भी ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें price decrease हुआ हो. Soni Rai says 3 products. Okay. There is no product for which the price has decreased. Harshad says 4. अच्छा, ठीक है. So I think the most important part you guys are missing, है ना? और वो चीज़ हमें सुधारनी पड़ेगी, right? So and that will come with practice and with intent also. What is the practice? Just read the question very carefully. Just read the question very carefully. All of them have increased, only increase. The first line said the following line graph shows a percentage increase. Every time, wherever it is increase. It is not decreasing. It may increase more or it may increase less, but it is increasing every time. Yeah. It may increase less, it may increase more, but it is increasing every time. There is no doubt about it. Okay. So whatever we see, they're all increment. So for example, the product A has increased by 15% here, around 18% here, 18% here, 25% here, 25% here, and here it has increased by 20%, but still an increase. Still in 2015 it is increase only, the price has not decreased. For example, if I take the price here as 100, then here it will be 125 and here it will be 150. So the price will keep increasing, it's just that the percentage change is, yeah, for C also. Do you see a negative? Do you see decrease tab hoga na jab koi negative value hoga, right? Decrease tab hoga Yashashvi when there is a negative value of percentage change. Here all of them are percentage increases. Check carefully, all of them are percentage increases. So all the products in all the years have only increased. The prices of all the products and in all the years the prices have only increased. Look at everyone. The lowest percentage increase is this one. And how much is that? That is 7.5% approximately. The lowest increase, I repeat, the lowest increase is, this is 7.5%. This is the lowest, but yet it is increase. Yet it is increase. It is never ever decreasing. Okay? Vaibhav is still saying 4. Nahi bacha? Check karo. I hope you get that. There no need to delete the message if you made a mistake. Own that mistake. Don't worry about it. है ना, हमने मिस्टेक किया हम उसको सुधारेंगे. As simple as that. Keep that attitude. That will help you. Don't hide your mistakes. हाँ बच्चे, ठीक है. चलो, let's take a look at another set of data. So what we are doing is that I want to give you a glimpse of different types of data, different types of questions. This is pie chart. This is pie chart. Let's take a look at that. Pie chart means basically the circular presentation of data. Circular presentation of data. Don't be afraid of your mistakes, है ना? This is your mistake. Own it, because unless you own it, you will not be able to identify it. If you are not able to identify it, आप उसको ठीक करने की कोशिश नहीं करोगे. Okay, so don't worry about the mistakes. Everybody does. Nobody is born with abilities or talents or skills or achievements. सब दुनिया में आके सीखते हैं. So nothing to worry. And especially in maths, you have to understand that 90% people in the world are not good in maths. So there is nothing to worry. Okay, look at this. Here we have a head note, we have some descriptions, and whatever is there, there is a color scheme and different colors are explained, the headers are given. Read carefully. Use your anticipation to identify what could be asked or what can be asked. What can be asked. So now that we have seen two types, this is the third type, so I'll ask a question directly. Let's see how many of you are able to do. Is that okay? I'll directly ask a question and then we will talk about different explanations or interpretations. So here is a chart 1 shows the distribution of 12 million tons. 12 million tons. मैं बार बार याद दिला रहा हूं आपको. This question will always be visible to you in front of you on the screen. Use pen and paper to identify some important things at least. पूरा copy भी नहीं करना है वरना time waste होगा. You can't copy the entire thing in your notebook. Okay? Right? But at least some important things. For example, volume and cost. है ना? Then these are headers, so don't do anything, just identify them in your mind at least. Ship, ship का percentage रह गया. Oh wow, great, this is a good question. This is a good question. Okay, then air freight, rail, road, ship, pipeline, right, perfect. Then we have 12 million tons crude oil, modes of transportation. Chart 2 shows the distribution of the cost of transporting this crude oil. The total cost was 30 million. So 12 million tons quantity, $30 million or 30 million rupees is the cost. 30 million rupees, that is 3 crores. So जितना clarification हम अपने मन में कर सकते हैं वो करते ही जाए, रुके ही नहीं, ठीक है ना? See, जितना आप इधर करोगे, before, see, I have not given you any questions. Questions are not there, but I have used the word anticipation. Remember? Practice on this really hard, okay? So that while just looking at the data, things will keep becoming clearer and clearer in your mind, okay? Now, what is the percentage of ship? What is the percentage of ship? Percentage share of ship in the quantity of crude. Percentage share of quantity of crude transported by ship. What is the percentage share of quantity of ship transported, quantity of crude transported through ship? Very nice. The total of this has to be 100%. Very good. So here we have 49, here we have 11, 60 and 9, 69 and 22, 91, right? So 49 plus 11, 60 plus 9, 69 plus 22 is 91. So 100, baki sabka 91, subtract 100 minus 91, that would be 9%. So the ship is 9%. So even if it is missing, I can find it, है ना? So इस तरह की चीजें हो सकती है. That is one thing. Okay. उसके बाद if I tell you what is the percentage share of rail and what is the percentage share of rail and pipeline in cost? Percentage share of rail and pipeline in cost. Combined percentage share of rail and pipeline. So in that there is no technicality involved. You just take a simple sum. 12 rail and pipeline 65. So you simply say 77%. If I say what is the cost of road transport of crude? Road transport of crude. बताइए क्या होगा? Cost of road transport. How will you calculate? Yes, fantastic. Cost of road transport. What will you do? I've given a simpler one. You can always calculate. So road transport 6%. किसका? 3 crores का या फिर 30 million का. So 6% of 30 million. Yes, children, are you guys with me? 30 ka 6%. And that will be 30 into 6, 180 by 100, 1.8 million rupees. 18 lakh rupees. Do you understand? It is 18 lakh rupees. 1.8 million means 18 lakh rupees. 6% of 3 crore. Fantastic. Very good. You know, ये यूनिट वगैरह का जो इशू है वो अपने आप संभालना है आपको, है ना? यूनिट्स ऑफ रुपीज, काउंटिंग, कैलकुलेशन एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फॉर्थ. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट यूनिट. सो यूनिट अभी तक नहीं आया था किसी क्वेश्चन में. हियर यू हैव टू बी रियली केयरफुल अबाउट यूनिट्स लाइक टन्स, मिलियन टन्स एंड टन्स. ओके, हियर क्रोर्स और मिलियन रुपीज. Right, so these are the things that you keep looking for and keep working on them. Yes, fantastic, very good children. बहुत अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, चलो, let's move on and give you a glimpse of another type of data. Look at this. This is a combined graph of. This is a combined line and bar graph. Line and bar graph. Take a look at that. After a couple of minutes, I'll just ask a few things. Use your anticipation. There is no head note given, no footnote given. Think give me an example of a place. Yes, that's a good question. Give me an example of a place जिसके बारे में ये data हो सकता है. Give me the example of a place about which this data can be used possibly. Area 18 lakh hoga. 1.8 million. Okay. 1 million means 10 lakh, 10 lakhs. Okay, give me an example of a place where this data was used. Look at everything that is there. Number of visitors, number of customers visited, percentage of customers who made a purchase. Number of customers visited, percentage of customers who made purchase. Fantastic. Supermarket, shopping mall. Dekho. See, this is what I mean by saying your daily life or the life that you have lived on this planet Earth, uska experience bhi to kaam aayega hi na, hai na? Clothing store, yes, very good. It can be a jewelry shop, right? Exhibition, number of customers visited and percentage of customers who made a purchase. It could be a charity function where things are displayed, right? So anything. Online websites, very good. Yeah. Yes, this is a good thing I see. Online marketplaces, ये सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं. Stalls put up, yes. Decathlon, yes, very. Decathlon का एग्जाम का कैट एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन भी था. Arvind, there was a set on Decathlon like this, not exactly like this, something different. I think a couple of years ago. Okay, so number of customers visited and percentage of customers who made a purchase, right? So I want you to tell me the number of customers who made purchase on day 5. Number of customers who made a purchase on day 5. Right, perfect, fantastic. Number of customers who made purchase on day 5. Arey wah. Arey, how is that possible? How can the percentage be more than the number of people? How is that possible? How can the percentage of people who made a purchase be more than number of people? Is it? Of course it is possible, because look for the axis. Axis, दोनों का axis अलग-अलग है. Children, please focus. Try and see that the axis is different. Axis is different. Yes? Number of customers who made a purchase. We'll take approximate here. I think decimal आ रहा होगा. Decimal आ रहा होगा. So we'll make, because number of people cannot be decimal. I mean, I can't have a person without head or without hand. So we'll take whole number. You see, the axis for number of people is on the left side. Are you guys able to relate to that? And the axis for percentage is on the right side. Children, please smile. Those who have made a mistake already. जिन लोगों ने गलत कर दिया, एक बार smile करो. है ना? Look at, how do I know that? Because I understand the units, percentage, and this is just a number. Number of customers visited, percentage of customers who made purchase. So blue color, I have bars in blue color. So whatever is there in blue color tells me the number of customers visited. Number of customers visited. And the orange color thing, there is a line. That line is presenting the percentage out of that who made a purchase. That is there on the right side. Do you see that? Can you respond and tell me that it is, the percentage is on the right side and the value is on, number of customers is on left side. Okay. So on 5th day, on day 5, we have these many people. अंदाजे से देखें तो it is between 40 and 50. It is almost in between. It is by default we take in the middle value 45. Okay, don't worry about that कि थोड़ा ऊपर है थोड़ा नीचे है. Never get involved with that, because listen very carefully. या तो value इसके ऊपर लिखा हो 45 या 46 या 48. Sometimes it is done like that. If it is not written, then you are allowed to, sorry, you are not allowed to, you are supposed to take the simplest other possible value. Supposed to take simplest other possible value. So what is the simplest other possible value between 40 and 50? Obviously a multiple of 5, that is 45. Now out of this 45, what is the percentage? Look for the percentage. Look for the percentage. This is the percentage. And what is that percentage that we have to take? As I said, 60 एंड कितना है ये, 60 इज टॉप वन, 60 टॉप लाइन, 50 टॉप लाइन, तो उसके बीच में दैट इज 65%, 65%. So how do I calculate my answer? I calculate my answer as 65% of 45. Yes, is that clear? 65 है ना बच्चा, 65 है ना, it is between 50 and 60. It is between 50 and 60. वो यहां से पता चल रहा है. Oh sorry, it is between, नहीं ठीक है ना, 60 है ना, 60, 50, 40, या नहीं, it is close to 60. मैंने गलत लिखा, डोंट वरी, गलत लिखा, ध्यान से उसको दोबारा से देख लेते हैं. जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज, दिस इज 0, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The scale is not matching. Do you see that? 10, 20, 30. And anyway, this line is for this side. So don't worry. We take 0 as this, 10 as this. Listen carefully. 20, 30. Please pay attention to this. कभी भी अगर ऐसा डिस्क्रिपेंसी होना तो यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द एक्सिस और वहां से ध्यान से पकड़ के फिर आगे की तरफ बढ़ो. सो 0, 10, 20, 30. नाउ दिस इज मैचिंग, विजिबली ऑल्सो क्लियरली मैचिंग, राइट? 40, 50, 60, 70 and so on. And just with your own eyes, थोड़ा ध्यान से ऐसे देख के यहाँ पे ले. So it is more close to 60, above 50 and less than 60, right? So I'll go for 55%. So 55% of 45. Is it clear? Is it correct? 55% of 45, right? 55. Yes, guys. Yes, my dear children, I understand. So 55% of 45. How much is that approximately? Approximately 50 square is 25, 100 minus 2500 minus 25, that is 2475. So 24.75. So what do? I take 25 or 24. If there are options, it will be clear. But 24.75 and number of people has to be whole. So I'll take 25. Okay. We'll take 25. So approximately 25 people. Okay. Now, अब यहाँ पे एक important चीज मैं clarify कर देता हूँ. In this question, you will not have close option. So don't worry about that. Close option कब होगा? When the exact percentage is given, like 58%. Listen very carefully and note it down. In this question, for the given situation, you will not have close options. मतलब 25 के आसपास एक ही option होगा. Any other option will be at a difference of at least 5. So at least 5 is a good difference to identify that. That will not be a correct answer. If they want to give a close option situation, then वहां पे उनको exactly लिख के बताना पड़ेगा that this is not 55, it is 58%. यहाँ पे ये बताना पड़ेगा this is not 20, it is 21%. यहाँ बताना पड़ेगा that this is around 30% and this is 27%. ऐसा बताना पड़ेगा. Is it clear? Do you understand what I just said? Question पूछने का ना एक सिस्टम होता है, एक तरीका होता है, रैंडम कोई नहीं पूछता. Okay? So if they have not given the exact values, they will not ask questions with close options. Okay? But if they have given the exact value, then they have all the right to design options in such a manner that it is difficult to calculate. Okay? Arvind, I just answered that, bacha, hai na? That we don't have to get into too much. Okay, I'll tell you, Arham, what I did is I had to multiply 55 into 45, right? Now, do you see it is 50 plus 5? And do you see this is 50 minus 5? And do you know that a plus b into a minus b is what? A plus b into a minus b is what? A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. है ना? So 50 square minus 5 square. 2500 minus 25. That is 2475. And that can be done mentally. है ना? So mental calculation. Do you guys want to attend a calculation speed session? Do you guys want to attend a calculation speed session? And when I say calculation speed session, I am very particular and clear about that. Vedic maths nahi karaunga, because you have to understand. Do you understand my intent and my attitude is about utility, हवाबाजी नहीं. Okay? कुछ भी मैंने पढ़ाई किया, तैयारी किया, मेरे से इस्तेमाल हो रहा है कि नहीं, मेरे से इस्तेमाल हो रहा है कि नहीं. Please think about that. Will you think like that in future, now onward for your CAT preparation? यूटिलिटी मैं कर पा रहा हूं कि नहीं, किसी और को पता है, किसी ने बोल दिया हवा में आके कि ऐसे बिना पेन पेपर के करो, ये कैलकुलेशन हो सकता है, वैसा वैदिक मैथ्स एंड सो ऑन. Always remember, any shortcut, any calculation method, it is always important whether I am able to use it or not. Are you with me? ये बात हमेशा याद रखोगे, अपने आप को पूछोगे, how much of the learning I am capable of using it. If I am not able to use it, then it is not for me. As simple as that. Okay? So बहुत ध्यान से. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just share very basic. These are very basic things. कोई वैदिक मैथ्स का सूत्र और वो सब नहीं कराऊंगा. Very basic things of basic calculation of percentages, ratios, squares, multiplication of 2 digit. Debashmi, yes, calculator is allowed, but please understand, अगर इसके लिए भी कैलकुलेशन इस्तेमाल करना पड़ रहा है ना, then it will be very difficult to get a higher percentile. हाँ बच्चे, इस बात को समझना ध्यान से. And everybody else, try and understand this fact that for such calculation, if I am using calculator, then there is a trouble, because this is meant to be done mentally. Yes, are we together on this? है ना? On screen calculator, I would say in the entire exam, in the entire duration of LR and DI, 40-80 minutes, 3 बार से ज़्यादा उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. So if you are requiring it more than 3 times, that means there is some basic thing that you have not done. Please understand basic tables, basic calculations, up to 2 digits. Let me put it very clearly. Up to 2 digits, मतलब up to 100, up to 99, इसका कैलकुलेशन तो आपको करना चाहिए, है ना? 10 minutes every day for 15 days. If you do that, what you have to do, take any 2 numbers of 2 digits, add them, subtract them, multiply them, divide them. Yeah? Add them, subtract them, multiply them, divide them. 1 से 100 के बीच कोई भी 2 नंबर लो. Take any 2 numbers up to 100, from 1 to 100, take any 2 numbers. Okay? Any 2 numbers. Add them, subtract them, multiply them, divide them. Okay? Just do that calculation for 15 minutes every day, 10 minutes every day for 15 days. That should be a booster. Then after that you decide whether you want to continue with that or it is good enough for you. If it is not good enough for you, do it again for 15 days or rather keep doing it. है ना? The confidence, the speed, the बोलते हैं ना accuracy, all that will keep increasing. Again, stop asking questions कि मेरी accuracy अच्छी नहीं है, कैसे improve होगी? अगर अच्छी नहीं है तो improve होने में 2 महीने लगेंगे, okay? 3 महीने लगेंगे. Do not look for 1.5 hour or 2 hour session जहां पे कुछ मेथड सीख लूंगा और accuracy मेरी अच्छी हो जाएगी. नहीं होगा ना यार, practical नहीं है. It's like saying आज से बॉडी बनाने के लिए जिम जाऊंगा और परसों बिल्कुल सलमान खान बन के आऊंगा या दिशा पटानी बन के आऊंगी. That is not possible. Is it? Is it possible? Is it possible? You guys in an age where you are really concerned about your looks, do you really think that the body becomes in shape in 1 week or even in 1 month? It takes years. If it is out of shape, it takes years to get back to that. It is exactly the same thing, right? You need to understand that this is like bodybuilding or jo bhi, and it happens for sure. If you start going to gym and you at least go for 3 days a week, don't do anything heavy, just go there and copy other people, do some small things, your shape will become much better in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, but the consistency has to be there. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि अरे मैं 3 महीना गया था फिर कुछ हुआ नहीं होगा, because you need to keep doing that with a system, with a plan, and you remember intent and happiness, that is the most important thing. So accuracy बढ़ेगा, speed बढ़ेगा, okay? So all these things will happen. Okay, so we'll announce that very soon. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do that. Okay, so I think I have a lot of content I can keep sharing, but due to the time constraint, I'm going to stop here. Now you can ask any question, academic, non-academic, anything. I will not be aware about the eligibility criteria and all, but I can definitely talk about percentile, the subjects, right? Anything you want to ask now, go ahead. I'm done with the content part of it. I will be taking up questions. If you have any questions, you can. Okay, first of all, how was the session? Can I see some proper, sensible feedback? Can I see some feedback from you guys? Good or bad, whatever it is, whatever you felt. Initially, there was some trouble in technical part. I hope you don't mind that. Other than that, or even including that, how was the session for you guys? Please give a proper suitable feedback so that next time we come up with more useful things. Remember utility and the intent. Sir, what will be your in attempting questions of a topic? I did not understand, Kulbui, the question. Okay, Devashmi says great, good. Priyanshu says helpful, excellent. Session was great and super energetic. That's the whole point. Yeah, it was good and interesting. Okay, very nice, good understanding. Thank you, thank you. Genuinely good. Okay, it was very good. Okay, fantastic. Learned a lot of this. So keep following our page. Okay, on YouTube and on Facebook. There is a iQuanta CAT preparation page. You can request to be a member of that, and you can get information about all this information. Thank you for the intro. Good. And this is just like 1% tip of the iceberg that we have discussed today. Okay, what will be your approach in attempting questions of a topic? First thing is I'll work on the basic concepts of the topic really in detail, right? So that if there is an easy question, I should not take time. Then I'll get into the details of the topic, right? Then I'll try to solve the more difficult questions one by one. If I'm not able to do it, I'll use solutions. When I'm looking at the solution, I will look at the solution, close it, and then do it independently again. क्योंकि solution देख लिया तो मेरा नहीं हुआ ना, मेरा तो तब बनेगा जब मैं खुद से कर पाऊंगा. Okay, so this is how I'll prepare for a topic. But yeah, the first and foremost thing is basic concepts. I'll keep repeating that, whether it is a recorded session, whether it is a book, anything. What should we do now for DILR? For DILR, just go through the schedule of the classes, whatever you have, right? जैसे अभी क्लास के अंदर जो आपको पढ़ाया जाएगा, उनके क्वेश्चंस आपकी जो बुक्स हैं, उसके बुक्स में से करो. Then on the dashboard, you have so many assignments. Start working on them topic wise. एक चीज दिमाग में रखना that we have discussed like 4 topics till now for LRDI. There are in all 12-13 different categories. We have discussed just 4 categories out of them. In every category, your agenda and target should be to able to do at least 20-25 sets. In every category, at least 20 sets. So for example, we are doing a line and bar combination graph. So I should be able to find and do 20 sets. So it is available in your dashboard assignments, right? It is available in your iQuanta books and so on. What should we do? Okay. Very good session. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So I hope it is helpful. The classes for 2025 will be on Sunday or Saturday. What will be the timings and how many lectures a day? Arvind, I think it is on weekend only as of now. Then later on it will become in the evenings of weekdays. उसके लिए exact schedule मैं नहीं बता पाऊँगा. Can you just contact our admin and support team? हाँ, Amritanshu sir, Manisha ma'am, उनसे एक बार contact करो. They'll help you and they'll be happy to help you. Session was good. It's a journey. We will excel. Fantastic. We will all the best, बच्चे. All the best. Very nice. So I'm also very happy. It's always good to talk about things which are very much simple, grounded and utility based. हवा में बातें नहीं करनी है, फालतू की बातें नहीं करनी है, फालतू के सवाल नहीं पूछने हैं कि इसका स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होगा, उसका स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होगा. भाई पढ़ाई करनी होती है. There is only one strategy. I have seen people, they attend all my sessions and they just ask one question, sir, what is the strategy to get 100 percentile? And I answer that very patiently, because if you only keep asking something, you will never be able to do something. What you have to do is listen to the things. Or everybody is great, whether it is me or anybody, everybody has the experience. More than greatness, it is about the experience, right? If you have shared the experience, you need to work on that experience. You don't need to copy. You need to see how much it is useful to you and go ahead, right? So I hope you understand that. Instead of asking, start working. If you're working on, right, another thing, suppose I have shared my experience. You start working on it. If it is not showing you improvement in 2, 3, 4 months, then change it. Do something else. That's the only way to do it. But you have to work upon it, okay? Sir, arithmetic and algebra done and topic-wise LRDI sets done. Prepare for 2024. Is it good for me? It is very good, बच्चे. बहुत अच्छा है. करते जाओ. Slowly करते ही जाओ. Okay? Do not stop, Rachna. Do not stop. Now that algebra and arithmetic is done, make sure that you revise some part of arithmetic and some part of algebra in every 15 days. That is one. Start working with geometry. Okay, बच्चे? Do that. And number system का एक revision पूरे 2 महीने में एक बार तो अच्छे से करना. Okay? परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन का बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट, प्रोबेबिलिटी का बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट वो भी करना. So that should be, see, there is nothing that is enough. Okay, so I am very happy that you did not ask enough. You asked good, so yes, it is good for you. Wonderful session. I will study very hard. All the best, cool boy. I'll always be happy to help. Okay, children, so I'm going to close the session now. You can always get connected to me on Facebook, on iQuanta CAT preparation page. Fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. Just keep working. So once, Rachana, once you are able to finish, once you have finished the entire books and assignment, then there is I am ABC batch. उसके questions मिलेंगे आपको. उसके बाद भी वो भी खत्म हो जाता है. Then you always get back to us. I'll guide you for more material. But पहले हड़बड़ी नहीं करना. Every topic has to be done. Now that you're preparing for CAT 2025, never let that thought come in your mind. Okay? Fantastic. फैंटास्टिक प्रियांशु. हाँ, सो नेवर ये चीज़ दिमाग में मत आने देना रचना दैट आई एम डन विद दिस टॉपिक और ये खत्म हो गया. नहीं, रिविजन इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट दैट यू कीप डूइंग. ओके, यस चिल्ड्रन, आई एम गोइंग टू एंड द सेशन नाउ. ओके 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 प्रियांशु, जस्ट सी वट एवर टाइम मैनेज करना होगा, कीप डूइंग दैट, कीप वर्किंग ऑन दैट. Okay, I'm going to end the session now. Okay, but I'll wait for 30 seconds and then I'll close so that I can see if somebody is typing a message now and it reaches me with a lag. ठीक है? So see you guys again in some time. We'll plan a session and again we'll announce that. Right? Final semester preparation. Chalo, all the best. Take care.